Happy Saturday, everyone. I have an interesting thought for you today. Do you need to be reminded of who you are? I want you to really think about that. Remember a time in your life when you felt powerful, you felt in flow, you felt like you could manifest your heart's desire at the drop of a hat. A time where you felt you were living a charmed life. And I'm sorry for those of you who have not had that experience in life. I have. And if you don't know my story and you're new to me, my name's Mare, and I'm coming off of 10 years of disability and chronic illness. And coming out the other side and finally feeling free and clear of it, I have to say, I've had some pretty powerful reminders of who I truly am in the last little while in particular. I've still been manifesting, but not in the way that I know I can. And if any of you are on a journey right now and you are going through it, trust and believe, people, that there is a way. There is a way to get to the other side. And the first thing I would say that anyone going through a really tough time, first thing is your mindset. Mindset is everything, and everything flows from that. Let's talk about medication for a second. Depending on what kind of meds you might be taking to help control your illness, or, it doesn't matter what it is. But if you've got some kind of pharmaceutical flowing through your veins, there's a chance that could be putting you off. It could be putting you off your game. It could change the way that you respond to things. It could change your energy levels. It could change your mental clarity. And I have had that experience, and just having let go of the last brain interfering medication, let's say, that I've been on for the last few years for fibro. I have told a few people that are in my close circle how I feel like I have my brain back. And I start to feel a lot more like myself when I can think clearly and do the things that I know are well within my wheelhouse. And I'm talking simple things. I'm talking about organizing my lovely home and prioritizing where to clean, what to clean first. When your brain fog is heavy as pea soup, even those small things can seem insurmountable in the moment. And I'm not talking about depression. Depression can definitely manifest that, but that was not what I was experiencing. The medication I was on was an antidepressant that is widely prescribed by rheumatologists to help control fibromyalgia pain. And when I went on that medication a bunch of years ago, I felt like I lost the ability to think. And I still managed to complete a coaching designation with what I felt like was half my brain, and not the best half of it, not the brightest part of it, not the part that I have relied upon my whole life to manifest a career in information technology and then entrepreneurship and work with startup businesses and help them manifest their dreams by doing what I was doing at the time. You can get that back. And no, I'm not saying you need to go off of all the drugs that your doctor's prescribed, because there's a very good chance that if a doctor prescribed it for you, there was a reason at the time. If you're going through a recovery and you see yourself elevating out of the pits of chronic illness or whatever it is that you're going through, it might be time to revise that. I discontinued my meds with the support of my rheumatologist. And when I went to her, literally these words, the words out of my mouth, I'm not sure that these meds are working for me anymore because I feel stupid. I cannot organize my thoughts. I can't get my act together. I can't follow through on just the simplest things in life. And she was in agreement. She's like, okay, well, let's look at decreasing the dose. And it took two steps down to finally get off of them. It wasn't fun. I'm still experiencing some of the side effects from discontinuing that particular medication. It's not important which, but there are many medications that have side effects. And you have to trust yourself that you will get through it. You will get through it. And in the meantime, those medications that have side effects while you are going through essentially the withdrawal that they put you through, your emotions are going to be all over the place. You may not feel like you can trust your intuition. You feel like you almost just can't trust having a conversation some days because your emotions are so all over the place. For me, it's been a few weeks and working through it day to day and getting to a point where my head is finally clear. And I was having brain fog and all kinds of fatigue from the diagnoses that were presented to me along the way. And now I'm at a point where my body has not felt this good for so many years. It's a really big step to be where I am now. And I know that the crisis is over. And I know that I can trust and believe that the crisis is over. My mindset was already good. But when you have chemicals that are in your brain, sometimes you don't even feel that you can trust. So have a little faith in yourself. Have a little faith that the guides, and you do have guides, they're there for you. Ask for their help. You may not see them, you may not hear them, you may not feel them, but that doesn't mean that the help will not come. You may find unexpectedly that there's help that comes to you. And it doesn't matter what the help looks like. It doesn't matter how it comes to you. If you ask for help, the universe will help you. Source will help you. So trust that there is a way. And it took me 10 years to get here. And it was a very challenging 10 years. And now I get to move forward and I get to file that in the past where it belongs and leave it there. And I know what that experience came to teach me. I understand what it was for and what the purpose was. And even as I was going through it, I knew that having the experience of having to let go of my clients and stop working and seek government assistance and be on disability, something that never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would have to go down that road, but I did. And I had to trust that there was a purpose. I had to trust that it was going to make me a better leader, a better person, a better friend, a better mom. And it has. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that experience. So trust, people, that who you are is not gone. And you will get it back as long as you believe it. Aloha.